Hello and welcome to another episode of Calcio Press. It's always nice to talk about the game of football, most especially Italian side in Italy across the weekend. We always look through the top teams in Italy. We talk about AC Milan, Napoli, Inter Milan, Roma, Lazio, Atalanta, and the likes of them, not forgetting Juventus, who are slowly clawing their way back to the top four spot. And I always feel like they still have a way of making it back to the top four. I think the league is still long. There's still a lot of games to play, and Juventus, despite the point deduction, there's always a chance that they can still make it to the top four. Seeing the way the inconsistency with teams in those positions like Atalanta, who as well lost this weekend, so surprisingly to Lecce. So when you see all this, you always feel like there's still a chance for Juventus to make it to the top four. And then you look at the right now the league leaders, Napoli. Napoli, they're doing so well. Like it's always nice when you have to talk about Napoli, not because of they're on top, but because of the brand of football they play. Napoli plays an exciting brand of football, and it's so nice to see when you look at them play. You see the players, you see how they make the ball look so crispy, movement, the passing, the channels, passing lane, and the technical abilities that each of those players they possess. And when you think about technical abilities, you always look through the Georgian maestro, Garashvili, and then you also look at the Nigerian international, Victor Osimhen. They are so right now they are in a good rich vein of form, and I still look at how they're going to pass that to the Champions League. And then there's been this topic of late that's been coming on of Napoli being one of the Champions League favorite and contenders to win the Champions League for this season. And you could hear from the likes of Benitez, who has made statement of Napoli being okay and having the ability to make it and surprise everyone by winning the Champions League. And looking at the way they play, there's a chance like they could win the Champions League. Napoli, yes, based on history, based on tradition, it's like a tough ask for them because they haven't done it before. But when you look at how they play, when you look at the way the teams in Europe, they are so inconsistent. You look through the Premier League side like Liverpool, like Chelsea, you see the inconsistency in all those sides, and then you feel there's a chance that if things keep going the way it is, Napoli might just sneak away and get the Champions League medal for the team. And I'm sure it's going to be like a crazy saying and be a wonderful saying for the fans of football to see like a new and a neutral side winning the Champions League. It will be something new. Of course, we also know for other teams that played their games in Serie A, like Inter Milan. Inter Milan had got the job done, although it was tough. Udine is always a very tough side to play against. Even if you're playing at home or you're playing away against an Udinese side, you know you're in for a tough time. And Inter got the job done. Lukaku, after a long time, he was able to get to the scoring sheet with a goal. Obviously, we hope that that's going to boost Lukaku and bring back those form that we know about Lukaku in Serie A. Of course, we know Lukaku is one of the top strikers in Serie A based on his experience, based on his past record. We always want Lukaku to bring out the best in him, and what a way to come up and starting your season. And we hope he's going to replicate that in the Champions League when Inter play against Porto. I'm looking forward to the game between Inter Milan and Porto. That promises to be a great game. I really hope the Italian side they try to replicate and follow through with the result of AC Milan. And yeah, talking about AC Milan, it was a triplet of victories for them right now. This is like a 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 victory for AC Milan after winning the game against Torino the past weekend. They continued in the week with a 1-0 win against Tottenham in the Champions League, and now they completed the circle with a 1-0 win again against Monza. it seems something is beginning to click. And Pioli, I think he has found something that is working at the moment for them. I think their defense is beginning to look solid, and then of course the team is beginning to find their groove again. Players like Tio Hernandez beginning to run down the channels, and then we also look at the integration of Thiago that has brought something new to the defense. I think the AC Milan things are beginning to go well for them, and we hope to see the AC Milan side who won the league last season firing again, and we try to see if they could make a kind of statement in the Champions League as well for the Italian side. Yes, and for Roma as well, we always look through the other teams fighting for the top four position. Yeah, Roma has been having a great vein of form of late. They've been having back-to-back wins despite the upset. Will I say an upset despite the poor result like in the Europa League? But they've been doing well in the league. This is like a victory for Roma. They have like a victory that puts them back in the position of the top four position. Right now, they sit in the third position in the table, and then it shows like it's going to be an exciting race for the top four with teams vying for the position. There's a Lazio, there's Atlanta, there's Roma, there's Milan, and also we can't forget about Juventus. Yeah, points might have been deducted from them, but slowly Juventus they are clawing themselves back to the top four, and there's a chance that they could as well sneaking through and surprise everyone by making it to the top four, because there's still a ton of games to be played, and you never know with teams struggling, Atalanta winning, and also Atalanta having like up and down run of form, and then teams like Lazio still trying to like get a foothold on the table. There's a chance that Juventus can make themselves back to the top four position. Generally, I feel for the league, we all know like Napoli is way ahead right now, and it's as almost good as done for now with the league. I think Napoli has that covered and secured, and I'm sure it's going to help them in trying to face the Champions League games they have, and hopefully see them through and see how they perform in the Champions League. I personally am excited for Napoli. I'm excited for how they're going to perform in the Champions League, and seeing them playing against the top side in Europe. We always want to see the best of football, and right now Napoli has like the team who play the best brand of football, and we all know like when the team like Napoli plays so well, they're going to cause problem for every side in Europe. Exciting times for Italian teams in Europe, and it was a great weekend for teams as well fighting for the top four positions. Inter Milan and AC Milan and Roma and Lazio and the rest of them. Obviously, it's going to be exciting last few months towards to the end of the season, and then we always want to see good football being played all weekend. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and share with friends. Until next time, bye for now.